Warm welcome, Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch. It's the 16th of January 2024. We have a quick look at the chart of the day. As you can see, the Sun is still in the sign of Capricorn. Moon shifted to its fourth position after the new moon. The new moon was in Capricorn. Then we had an Aquarius moon. We had a Pisces moon, and now we have an Aries moon, and this is the fourth position. That means from the start of Capricorn moon, the Aries moon gets a flavor of Cancer, because Cancer in the mundane chart is the fourth position. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. That means the moon residence in the sign of Cancer, in the sign of Aries, gets a Cancer flavor. Which means, again, if you go ahead, if you start new things, if you are initiative, if you are a person that is bold and going out for new adventures, you might just as well find a home. Because this is to have a home means to integrate the forces of Aries just as well for the short period of the time when the moon is in the field of Aries. Of course, this is the first square position after the new moon. We're approaching the high energy of the full moon coming. It's going to be the full moon in the sign of Aquarius, and the moon will be in the sign of Leo, but we are not there yet. And this is the first square to it, so it's not a comfortable constellation. But overall, we still have the wonderful reception in between Venus in the sign of Sagittarius and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus, which in my point of view is the most important thing over those days until the 23rd in the morning of January, when Venus will finally change signs and go over to Sagittarius, to Capricorn, where we see there's a big bunch of planets, a big stellium already in there. All right, that's the situation. Generally not too bad. Take care for headaches today. Anyhow, if they are spraying heavy again, headaches is kind of chemical natural, we could call it that way. But that's quite common with a moon in the sign of Aries. Take care for that. And I want to have a look at something else too, because if you have heard it in the news, Mr. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, just won some of the primaries in, I think it's Iowa, isn't it? And what is important is it's a victory in a sense. First of all, it's 100% victory. He got all the districts in the state. Then it's just an inner party election, but it's a signal, and the signal shows up in the chart of President Donald Trump like that. As you can see, he's the Gemini sun, of course, with rocket Uranus at his side, and as he brings in this small but most important beginner's victory, Venus is just touching his moon, his full moon constellation, and at the same time the south node. If we want to take this as a sign, we could go over here to the day of the scheduled general election this year, which is supposed to be at the 5th of November. And as you can see, at the 5th of November, Venus is also in the sign of Sagittarius, and the moon is in Sagittarius too. it hits the moon position of President Donald Trump, and up there you see as a sign Jupiter retrograde, though he'll end his retrogradness in 2024 in December, but retrograde again fits to get back into the office. And as you can see, Jupiter is giving him credit, and lots of that. So this is a prediction. He'll be president again unless they start a major war. And this is exactly what they are heading for, because obviously they don't have any other chances. There's two strong candidates running against someone of whom we don't even know whether he's having his doubles running around. That's not disrespect, it's just a fact, and that's one of the problems. And there's no way they can win. They ruin anything, and maybe President Trump is smart enough to find out that warp speed was a trick to get him out of the office, and he wouldn't do mistakes like that again. I don't know. He's not the Messiah. He's not going to fix all the problems in the world. And I, from my point of view, in Middle Europe, can see how they will allow a second term of President Trump. So this is very dangerous. He's unstoppable, in my point of view. And we know the methods of this camp to stop people, to say the least. So we are all in danger with this situation, and pray for people to stay in their boots. That's what's going on. But today, 16th of January 2024, Aries moon reception in between Venus and Jupiter, and Venus at the side of President Trump. Thank you for listening. This is Markus Termin, Astrological Book of the Hours. If you want to see how this Venus hits your personal chart, just pick up the mail address on the top, send me a mail with date, time and place where you were born, and down here at my German blog site you'll find the conditions for a consultation. It's not my native language, as you might hear from my accent, but I'm very used to give consultations to English-speaking people, and I'm quite successful with that. So I would be happy to welcome you in the pool of my clients, to put it that way. Thank you for listening. Markus Termin, 16th of January.